The following is a sample from the New York Open Center's podcast series. You can see our website for full program ordering details.
Our practitioners always have a really hard time trying to figure out how to describe this work because it's hard to put into a nutshell. You know, we say, well, it is it's a sort of a force-free way of helping animals to behave better, help with their training, stuff like that. Another way of describing it is to say that it helps to remove stress. And that probably, in a nutshell, is the main thing that it does. Now, can any of you think about what stress does to you? Any of you ever stressed? You know, and what do you notice that it does? Do any of you notice that it does stuff to your bodies? What kind of parts of your body ache when you're stressed often? Shoulders and neck and head is a pretty common one, isn't it? And animals also carry a lot of stress in their head and neck. And stress in the head and neck can make it hard. It can inhibit the blood supply to the brain. It can cause headaches, for all we know, too. When there's tension in the pole behind the ears here, it can interfere with the animal's ability to see properly. Very often, when you see dogs that you see a lot of the whites of their eyes, it's often because instead of turning their head to look, their neck is rigid and they turn their eyes. You can see how you can see much more of the white. So it's a really good indicator of stiff necks. And often, animals that are stiff-necked have the same kind of qualities that we often mean when we talk about somebody being stiff-necked. And if anybody ever described or heard somebody described as being stiff-necked, it usually goes along with being a little bit inflexible about things, doesn't it? You know, in terms of inflexible in their thinking, and they're a little less adaptable, possibly a little more, you know, knowing what they like, that kind of thing. And I'm sure you can all think of dogs that you've known that are like that too.
That was a sample from the New York Open Center's podcast series. You can see the full program ordering details at our website, opencenter.org.